Middle of June. And this is the first time I've been out of the house since the middle of February, with the exception of one time, well, twice. One time, April, I guess it was, that I went back to my neighbor's to get my trailer. And yeah, that means that this thing hasn't been running that long either. But went back to my neighbor's house to get my trailer, and brought it back up to the house. And then when I got back, actually the second time was 2 days ago, I went outside to unlock the tongue lock on my trailer for him, because I keep it locked up to where people can still get it if they really want it, but you're gonna work for my stuff if you're gonna steal it. Better hope I don't hear you out there stealing it, because I keep the old Smith & Wesson handy, and it's ready to go the whole time. Now, because of the fact that I haven't been out at all, it also means this truck hasn't been run at all. There we go. This truck hasn't been run at all that whole time either. Came out today, driver's side front tire is flat, sitting right down on the rim. It's always something. I've actually had some issues with my foot where I can't really get around too well, and I probably shouldn't be out now, but I'm hard-headed. My wife can tell you that, my kids, my neighbor. Sorry, I gotta clean off this nasty window. It's got about 4 months worth of pollen and dirt and whatever on it. But as all my friends and neighbors can tell you, and family, I'm hard-headed. I don't like going to the doctors at all unless I have to. And I don't have a lot of bills because of it. What a mess they've made of this road. God. Yeah, I've been pretty much a Facebook hound for the last 5-6 months now. 5 months at least. Not a night that's gone by that I haven't been on there. Not really much to report, but that's part of the reason too that I haven't done any vlogs or done any updates on anything. I take it back. Been about 5 or 6 times that I actually walked out because back when we still had snow on the ground in February and March. That's when I did that vlog where I walked outside barefoot. It was kind of cold, but not real bad. I mean, I didn't have any problems from it. I didn't get sick or get pneumonia or anything like that. This truck is hunting all over the road. Trying not to go too fast. I know the speed limit's 50 or 55 in here, but I'm actually going below the speed limit because the tire going flat like it did, and I couldn't find my tire gauge at the time to make sure it's got the right amount of pressure in it. And I don't think it has the right amount of pressure in it because it's doing a little thumping bumping deal on me now. That being the case, I don't want to go too fast because it'll just blow it right out or it'll collapse. What I'm on my way to do now is find a brush mower or a walk behind weed trimmer, I guess another way to classify it. Basically like a lawnmower engine with a weed eater base on it. It's got two wheels on the back of it, and you just walk around behind it, and it cuts down brush and thick and heavy weeds. Since I've been stuck inside, the dog pen in front of the house is solid weeds. It's not even any grass in there. So my plans are to get out and cut some of that down. And my neighbor kind of put me on to where I could find a good solid walk behind trimmer at Tractor Supply, and that's where I'm headed now. It's $300 I didn't want to have to spend, but it's the yard's so far gone now. If I don't, I'll never get it under control again, and I've got to get it under control. It's ridiculous how bad off it is right now. Dang, this is a breakfast, lunch, and dinner light. In case y'all aren't familiar with what a brush mower is, or a walk behind trimmer, that's it right there. It's usually got like four little I guess they're little, but the plastic strings, and they're plenty heavy duty. Got me an extra little bag of them too. Couldn't really afford that, but what do you do? But yeah, I've noticed these zero turn mowers are coming way down now. Now usually that tells me that they're getting ready to come out with something different. Either that or there's just so doggone many of them on the market now that they had to bring the price down if they wanted to keep selling them. I'm hoping it's the latter. So I've seen some pretty nice ones that you could buy brand new around $2,500, $2,000 I've seen, I think, was the lowest. Yeah. Tomorrow night, I'll come get my hair cut because, God, I think the last time I did a video of any kind, turn that off so you can hear me. Last time I did a video of any kind, it was during the this might help if I shave too. It's when I was still being hauled into Nashville every day. This truck hasn't gotten any miles put on it since I've been back home, because it's not even a mile over to my neighbor's house and back. No, I'm lying again. Just caught myself. I drove into town with the dog to get some more coils from the vape shop in town. Forgot all about that. But that's 5 miles into town, 5 miles back. Just like this is 7 miles to Lowe's and Tractor Supply. They're right there together. Lowe's, I just went and got some more air conditioning filters, because my wife bought one to get us by, but it's not the ones we usually get. I get these because they're not as restrictive on the air conditioning unit. It doesn't have to pull as hard or work as hard to pull the air through, even if it's full of dust. But it's still one of the Filtrete air filters that filter out all the particulates in the air and help keep the dust down in the house. Don't help much, but it does help. And as dusty as our house has gotten before with all the dogs, any help we can get is a plus. Yeah, I should probably be sitting at home with my foot up still, because it's still kind of affected. But again, like I said at the beginning, I'm hard-headed, so it is what it is. Got to get out and get this stuff done. It's not going to get done by itself. And nobody else is offering to help with it. As it is, I still got to give my neighbor money for gas, because he came over and knocked a big chunk of the side yard down for me. Told me he just wanted, as long as I pay for the gas, but he put time, and him and his wife, I guess, put time into it. So it's not just going to be just the gas money. I don't work like that. I couldn't get my fat butt out there to do it. So since I mean, it's not cut down like I like it, but it's cut down to where it's manageable now. I can knock back down what he's mowed like I like it. Work on the other stuff a little bit at a time until I've got it all back under control again. Biggest thing is going to be that backyard, which is where this sucker's going to come in handy. The backyard and the dog pen both. Some instant karma for you. I was trying to be funny to myself. The pump told me that the clerk has my receipt, and I was sitting there thinking out loud, saying, yeah, the clerk can stick the receipt where the sun don't shine. And went to get in and whacked my foot. Not a good time. Anyway, now I've at least got the tools to get my yard under control a little faster. Still got to get the one tire put on my John Deere so I can use it. I don't even know if the battery's any good in it. I might have to get a new battery for it. But the Craftsman, the 25 horse, that sucker fires right up. So it's ready to go, but I've got on the stupid kids' trampoline springs. I don't know how in the world they got everywhere. It's like a bad seed. It just spreads everywhere. If you ever have a trampoline and you get extra springs or a mat or anything like that, extra at all, if you don't keep it bagged up and put up somewhere, they'll be all over your yard and you'll constantly find them in your mower. Went through that last year with the mat, and I've gone through it with for the last, I'd say last 7 or 8 years with the springs. That's about how long the kids had their trampoline. There's still one out there, but it's got a big old hole in it from the neighbor kids coming over and jumping on it with our kids. They ripped it and went right down through it, and they're like, "Oh, we'll replace it." And as old as it was, no, I wasn't even concerned with that. So basically, we've got a trampoline sitting out there with a ripped mat on it, and but all the springs are still on that one. But we had a 2-gallon bucket slam full of extra springs, and then we had an extra mat that I might have been able to put on there, and the kids keep using it. But we've only got one kid at home now, so there's that. Yep, the baby will be graduating next year. She'll be 18 in December. And next year is the last of it for her, so time kind of flew by on us, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm back home again. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here, and next thing you'll probably see is I may bring a camera out tomorrow when I start off mowing with this Swisher mower, or a brush cutter, or whatever the heck you want to call it. And thank you for watching, though, and you guys have a great night.